Sorry for the delay. As you can tell, we have a shortage of stands. Some are being used just as cell phone holders, though. Flute players. So anyway, thank you for being patient with us as we get into this final concert of the year. Before we start the proceedings, just a few housekeeping things. If your student is not a senior, they're going to be performing on Friday at graduation, unless the seniors want to like march down and play Palm Circumstance as we go. I don't think that's the case, but I'm going to send out some information about that tomorrow. And then, I hate asking this every single time, but you kind of know the drill at this point. If you don't mind helping us stack the chairs 8 high, that would be terrific. We don't have to put them away in the closet though. We just have to stack them in stacks of 8. Sometimes it's difficult for some of them. They can't count to 8. Some of them can't. So anyway, as you can tell, this is kind of a little more laid back than normal. This is our high school symphonic band. It's my favorite class of the day. No offense, middle schoolers. We just get to do kind of fun music, and I enjoy working with them. So, our first song of the evening, I'm just going to say, you can't ever have enough cowbell. All right, so this one, if you're here for the previous concert, there's a few more awards and things that we do in high school, so there's going to be a little more talking, so I'm going to try and just kind of push through it. Before we get into our next section of music, I want to recognize two students. The first one is Nicholas Hartsock. If you're going to stand up for me. Nicholas Hartsock, he auditioned for the 2018 GMA All-State Band. He worked really, really hard in order to prepare for his audition. Didn't quite get the scores that he wanted, and I know that he's going to work extremely hard moving forward, and just really, really proud of the work that he's put in preparation for trying out for All-State and trying to make that band. So give Nicholas a hand, please. Alright, and then the next student is Allison Lee. Go ahead and stand up, Allison. Allison is one of our graduating seniors, and she has, for the past 3 years, she's auditioned for and made the GMA All-State Orchestra on cello, not on flute, on cello. And in the fall, she's going to be attending UGA and studying music education. So give Allison a hand. All right, this next section is a lot of names, so just kind of bear with me. As students go into fine arts in high school, they have the opportunity to get to letter in fine arts and get bars and pins and all that kind of stuff. So the names I'm going to call out first are the students who have lettered and will receive their pin. I don't have them here tonight, but I'm going to hopefully give them Mr. Rob and get them to you. But if you would just stand when I call your name. These are letters and pins, students who will be receiving that. All of our students met the requirements to either letter and pin or to receive a letter and pin or just to receive a bar. So this is just for letter and pin. Caden Boyd, so stand when your name is called. Michael Brooks, Emma Brown, Michael Champa, Ruth Ann Fisher, Will Fortner, Nicholas Hartsock, Kristen Locke, Macy Maynard, Garrett Meek, Jaden Myers, Preston Patra, and Emma Richard. Give them a hand, please. All right, young sit. And then the next group of students are students who already received their letter, but a letter and pin, and every year after that, they'll just be getting a bar. And this they can all put it on their letterman jackets if they desire. So when I call your name, go ahead and stand. Jesse Bailey, Jackson Bowling, Harrison Browning, Josh Doss, Connor Donahue, Matthew Dyer, Carson Foraker, Alyssa Harrison, Cole Hayden, Emma Grace Hoffman, Seth Holland, Aaron Hurst, Emily Isaacs, Amanda Jackson, Hannah Kendall, Cole Lanham, Allison Lee, Garrett Perry, Dawson Thompson, Nathan Vreeland, and Josh Watts. Wait, I forgot one. And Christian Brooks. Sorry, I had to add him onto my list. Awesome, all right. Sorry, Christian. You weren't in here second semester, and this is the second semester role, so I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Our next section of awards, if you will, before we get to music. Every year, members of the band program cast votes in order to select students from each grade level to receive the HCA Band Lion Award. This is an award we started 4 years ago, I believe. This award is based on the students' commitment to musical excellence, moral integrity, and outstanding character. All students are tremendous young people, which makes this award that much more meaningful because it's voted upon by their peers. So the award for 9th grade goes to Macy Maynard. For some reason, we couldn't make up our mind on the 10th graders, so we have a tie. And those two students are Austin Hurst and Emma Grace Hoffman. And then for our 11th grade award was, the winner is Christian Brooks. Full of giggles. Normally I save this next award for the very end. We're going to go ahead and do it now so I can recognize our seniors at the end. That's why I brought my tissue box. The next award is the John Philip Sousa Award. And this award is given to a member of our senior class. And it is the nationally recognized award. And it is the it is the highest honor a band member can receive. This award was introduced in 1955 to honor the top student in a high school band. It recognizes superior musicianship, outstanding dedication, cooperation, and loyalty to the band program. This award is voted upon by all members of the band and is only awarded to one band senior each year. The recipient will receive a certificate, a marble desk piece, a pen, and their name will be engraved on the winner's plaque located in the band room. The winner of this year's John Philip Sousa Award is Amanda Jackson. All right, back to the music. The next two songs are very, very different. One is inspired by the Pony Express from 1860 and 61 and the need for faster communication with the West. Horse riders would carry saddlebags of mail across a 2,000-mile trail, and trips would average 10 days and cover approximately 250 miles in a 24-hour period. The song following that showcases music from Mamma Mia, La La Land, and Chicago. So two very different genres, if you will. All right, so this is gonna be a little unorthodox, but I'm gonna do it. So they didn't know I was gonna do this, but I'm gonna share something with you. It's gonna be on the screen. Back in November, this group performed at Disney, and they played on stage at Disney Springs, and then they played in a workshop for 2.5 hours and sight read like 20 different songs, 10 different songs. There's a lot of songs. They're gonna hate me for it, but oh well. This is their video that you get to make a video at the workshop. Some of you, I think students have seen it, maybe. I don't think any parents have seen it, because basically Disney will sue me if I share it with you and then it gets out on like Facebook, and it's like a $10,000 fine, and I don't want to pay that. So if you really want a copy of it, I'd get you a copy, but here you go. Hey, Hannah Kendall, can you turn the lights off that are on the, yes. She's great. All right, you ready? Here you go. And remember, you gotta remember they've been playing for like 2 hours already, so everything's not necessarily in tune, but so the first trip we went, we played the end of Frozen, and then this one was actually almost twice as long as the Frozen one. We had the same clinician though, which was weird. He's a nice guy though. So anyway, that was that. But I just wanted you guys to see it. You can hate me later, but I really wanted your parents to see it, just so they weren't like, you spent 3 days or 4 days at Disney World and you didn't do anything? That's kind of what we did. So our last section before we play our last song, and this is why I brought the tissues. I want to recognize all the seniors. So when I call their names, if they would stand, I have a special gift for them, and I give it to them later, or like before you leave tonight, but you don't necessarily need to all come up here. But so they are Jesse Bailey, Josh Doss, Matthew Dyer, Carson Foraker, Cole Hayden, Seth Holland, Emily Isaacs, Amanda Jackson, Hannah Kendall, Allison Lee, Aaron May, couldn't be here tonight, and Josh Wiles. So I'm not going to look at you, I'm just going to read it. This group of students has an extremely special place in my heart, and I'll be forever grateful for each one of them. These students were 7th graders when I first got here. And me being the new guy, it would have been very easy for them to say, peace out. But they all stuck with it. Carson came back to us this year, but they all stuck with it. And it's really strange to think about them not being here next year. And I thought about this the other day, I've never taught here at HCA without them. They've seen this program grow from 14 high school band members to, which was the case my first year, to almost 40. And we've been through a lot. From welcoming me to a new room that had surprise lizards and spiders and things, to being the first graduating class from our new band room, to our crazy fun times that we have at Six Flags, and to our two trips to Disney World, where we've had so much fun and truly built a family within our program. With each one leaving, it truly is like a member of the family moving out after 6 years. You really get to know them and become invested in their lives. You get to see their ups and their downs, and you get to watch them grow into wonderful young adults who you hope that you've had just a small influence on. Each one of you is going to be sorely missed, and all I ask is that you remember as you go throughout your life that I'll always be there for you, and I'll always have your backs. I love and care about each one of you, and I'm excited to see what God has in store for you. I thank you. It means a lot. Allison stole them. The gift that they're going to be getting is a copy of all the places you'll go. They may already have it. I received this when I graduated from college with a special note from a very special teacher, and I just hope that they'll treasure it the way that I do. So before you leave tonight, come get your book. And that's all I got. I love y'all. I'm done. This is not planned. I don't know what this is.
So I'm just going to speak on behalf of all of us, but you have made more than a small impact on every single one of these seniors. This is extremely small in comparison to what you've given each of us every day. You've poured into us in class, time outside of class. So we love you.
I love y'all. I love the rest of you too. I gotta bring tears next year too, right? No. All right, so before we play our last song, y'all can sit if you want, unless you want to stand. I have to thank you all, thank the parents, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do what I do, because you choose to send your student to a private Christian education. I get the opportunity to work with them on a daily basis, and I love that fact. So thank you for all that you do, and for allowing me to work with them every day. To our administrators and our faculty and staff, I thank you as well. Our last song is my favorite. I told you. They say I say this every time, but it's true. This is my favorite song, and for a while now I've wanted to start a jazz band, but everybody does everything, so I brought jazz to us, and we're going to do Glenn Miller in concert. Alyssa Harrison's playing the bass back there, playing something there. We may have to turn it down, I don't know. But here we go. Thank you guys so very much for coming. I hope you all have a very blessed summer, and yeah, thank you.